When the sun rises, I wake up and chase my dreams.
Alright, so I'm ready to start filling now. This is my setup. I got the 4 molds ready to go. I was going to mix outside, but it started to rain. So I'm going to mix inside now near the open door. And hopefully it doesn't get too dusty in here. I do have a dust mask I'll be wearing. And I'll show you the gloves I'm going to wear. These you can buy right at Home Depot. They're just like a blue chemical protective glove. I've used not having gloves on before, and your hands get real slimy while doing this, and then they dry out. Kind of a weird feeling because of the, I think it's lime that's in the concrete that does that. I got my big mixing tub set up on some buckets full of concrete. Just gonna push them together. So yeah, I'm gonna run my hose over here. I'm gonna put some water in and start filling up the first stone here. Alright, so I'm showing the cheapest way to do this is by mixing it by hand. You can rent or buy cement mixers and make it a lot easier. I was going to do that, but I'll do it on the next one. That way you can, I can kind of tell you the price difference. So all I bought today, or the other day, was the 9 bags of concrete, a new tub. I have an older one over there, but after a while they just get bad. I bought the zip ties because I was out of them, and the silicone spray. Duct tape I didn't end up needing for these ones. The Slater's hardware ones you do need tape for, duct tape. Because instead of the zip ties, you gotta tape all the way around it and come up the sides to hold it together because there is no lip on it like this. So we're ready to start putting some concrete in. Alright, so we got the first bag loaded up in there. Dumping it in is the most part where you need it. Mixing's, or the dust mask that is, mixing's not too bad. I got that orange bucket right there full of water in case I need to rinse my hands off real quick to answer a phone call or go take a leak or whatever. So lighting's pretty bad over on this side of the room, but just gonna mix this up. We're gonna have about a couple gallons of water in the bottom of this already. Just gotta go kind of slow with it so you don't slosh around. I do have cardboard on the floor, but I still don't want to get it all over me like I did a little bit. So after I do a couple loads here, I'll speed up the video because you'll get the idea after a little bit here. The stone molds themselves, the first one I ever bought, I bought off Amazon. It's a 16-inch Slater mold. I think I got it for a little bit cheaper than what they sell them for on through Slater or through Rogue. So the texture I'm looking for is not quite runny. Maybe I'll try and do a close-up after a little bit here. The runnier it is, the more it's just going to run out. So it looks like I put too much water in this batch. So luckily I got 9 more bags. I can just throw some more in here real quick. So the price of the 9 bags and the tub and the silicone spray, the duct tape, and the zip ties was about just under $80. Which, like I said, I don't know if I have enough concrete or if I have too much. So, get another bag here. Of course, I don't know where to do with that knife. Hopefully, I have another one sitting right here. Just keep your knife nearby. So I'm probably going to leave that about half of this bag in, just to get the consistency of it. You're looking for a big, good back workout, this is it. Alright. So, we're going to start filling the first one here. I'm going to use, wow. Didn't even realize that I got knocked over. Son of a... Alright, so I got about the consistency I'm looking for. So it's not, I can't tell if that's hard to see or not, but it's not soupy and it's not too thick. So I'm going to use this little bowl with a handle on it, scoop it out to put into the mold here. I think I'll start with the bigger one, get that one out of the way. I got them on these tires. A little bit harder on this one. Every once in a while you want to give it a good shake. You kind of keep the whole center at the top when you're done. That way it'll help get some of the air bubbles out. that 1 1/3 bag, I still got a little bit more in here. Almost got this one halfway full. The rest of this should fill it about halfway. So I might not need the full 9 bags that I thought I was going to need. But that just means I got more in the future and it won't cost Christian as much. Well, he doesn't know how much I spent so far, so I gave him a quote for the 2 smaller ones. He decided he wanted some big boys too. Alright, as you can tell, it is quite a back workout. You are hunched over quite a bit. It sucks. So, I think I'm going to be looking into purchasing a cement mixer in the future. So, let's see if we can see down in there or not. So it's about halfway right now. Good way to take your gloves off. Pull the one off, stick your hand back in it a little bit, grab it onto your fingertips. Alright, so I'm going to try and hang the camera from the ceiling now and do a time lapse of this. And I'll see you at the end. So I just watched the time lapse. I got the 3 filled. Hopefully that I'm able to get that onto this video. Looks pretty cool. Got the 3 filled. The smallest one. So that should be, if I'm guessing right, 100, 150, and the biggest one should be just under 300. And then I started filling this one a little bit. That should be 275. Hopefully I'm correct on that. See how that one's got a little bit of water sitting on top of it? This one had that. All I gotta do is keep shaking it, putting fairly thick cement on it. And when I say thick, I mean not like runny like that is. So all I gotta do is put some on top of that, shake it and push it down, and that'll get some of the water to come out. Also just over time, so later tonight I'll come in here after I get all these done and put some cement on top of that, and that'll help just keep push that water out. It's supposed to get fairly cold tonight, so I'm gonna put a heater close to these. Maybe even like one on each side. I got like an infrared heater out here that I can set up, and then like a blower type heater. But I'm taking a break for right now. Dinner's ready. At least I'm being told to get inside because dinner's ready. And then I'll come outside and finish that last one since I started filling it a little bit already because I had some cement left in the mixing tub there. And then we'll get that filled. We'll top the rest of them off to get some of that water out. And I'll show you the end results here in a little bit. So I was inside for like half an hour and you see how these have settled down a little bit. Some of the water's coming out. See, I don't know if you can tell. See how sunk down that tire is? That's a heavy stone. Same with these. It's settled down in quite a bit. That one's still a little soupy. So I'll take and put more concrete on each top one of those. Finish filling this last one. And probably wait another hour. Then I'll come out and put some on top again. And then I'll chuck them in the morning as well. Get some heaters set up out here when I'm done. And should be good to go. I'm going to let these set. Today is... What the hell is today? Today's Tuesday. So I'm going to let these set until probably Saturday or Sunday, maybe even Monday in the molds, just because of what the temperatures. If it was if it was warmer out like summertime here in northern Michigan, let me know if you know that song. I would probably only let these set for like 2 days. Normal summer in Michigan's usually 70s, 80s, so that's what I would do with that. So, gonna get gloved up and get these finished. I'll just skip right to the end. Alright, all four are filled. You can see they're sticking up a little bit like that. Those will, over time, settle down in. Once the water comes out, you can see that one already kind of is. If I put my gloves on and push down on it, all sorts of kind of water will run out. But I used all but one bag. So that was 8 bags. There's still a little bit of, there's probably an eighth of a bag still in there. So I'm gonna hang out in here for an hour. I'm not gonna work out because I already worked out this morning and that was another workout on its own. I'm gonna work on getting this, hopefully getting this whiteboard hung up, or at least attempt to. So either next clip will be me hanging this, or this will be the end of the part 2 of the Atlas stone making. Part 3 will be taking them out, and then you need to let them dry for a few more days after that, and then part 4 will be finishing them. So I'll show you real quick. This stone right here I've had done for quite a while now. If you look at the bottom of it, it's got this little round part. I got a special blade that goes on my grinder. I can grind that down smooth. I think I just took a picture. And then you'll see all the rough spots right through here. Of course, that's the part you're going to be grabbing onto, so you don't want it to be too rough, especially if you're not using stones and tacky. So what I do is go through afterwards and put some filler in there, just to make it not only look better, but not be as rough on your hands. I'm not sure why that one got so rough. That's from that's a 16-inch Slater stone. Come out of Slater stone mold, so that's round. I think most of them I make, and that's the first mold I ever got, was about 165 pounds. So they usually run between 165 up to 175. So sometimes they just fluctuate because of air bubbles, stuff like that. So so I do have 2 Slater stone molds, which I know I didn't show the difference of them yet. So that's what they look like. smaller one is a 16-inch. The bigger one is a 20-inch, which is 335 pounds. And I got one right there. That's a 335 pound, and then a 310 that's got a 8-inch styrofoam ball in the center of it to make it lighter. Those are the ones I was saying you need to use duct tape on rather than the zip ties. So, like I said, I'm going to try and hang this up and see how that goes.